Tristan Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
All right, man. So that was a pretty good fight. Danny Jacobs versus Golovkin. Golovkin picks up the victory, retains all his titles, and hopefully he can fight Billy Joe Saunders and we can get an undisputed champion at middleweight. Really good fight, man. It was a really, really entertaining fight tonight. Before I go over who I thought won the fight, let me just go over some things that I appreciate from both fighters in this fight. Now, going into this fight, I was talking about the jabbing and who can establish the jab. And we know that Golovkin has a hard thudding jab that he almost uses like a power punch. And we know that Jacobs has the reach advantage by a few inches. So I was kind of interested in who would dictate the jab and initiate the pace. And both guys had their opportunities where they both kind of dominated with the jab. Especially Golovkin, I think it was like round 3 or 4 where he landed like, well, at least according to HBO, he landed like 23 jabs and Jacobs landed 4. Now, remember, Golovkin lands his jab as a power punch. So it's damn near like 23 power punches. You know what I mean? But, and when he was landing his jab, and I thought that's when Golovkin was having his best, when he was letting his best work go. And when later in the fight, when he started to place that sneaky uppercut, it looked like Jacobs was just, you know, just thinking that Golovkin was just going to come straight in with the high guard, you know, leaning over a little bit. And when he would do that, he was surprising Danny with the uppercut. You know what I mean? So on the inside, I didn't like when Danny was resting on the inside, and Roy even was talking about this too during the when he was doing the commentary. Roy Jones Jr. He was saying that Danny needs to stop relaxing on the inside, and he said that Golovkin will fight him when Danny's not ready. It looked like a few times Danny was like looking at the ref to break them a few times, and I'm like, dude, the ref hasn't said anything about a break or anything. You need to fight or grab or wrap Golovkin's arms up. It's like Danny had his hands down, just leaning his chest against Golovkin, trying to walk him back or something. And I'm like, dude, are you asking to be knocked out doing that? And Golovkin landed some good hooks. He couldn't get full throttle on him because of the positioning, but he landed some good punches, man, when they were kind of clinched. And Danny took him well a few times. You could see sweat flying off his head after he got hit by a few of them. But I thought that was dangerous doing that, though, man. I thought Danny had his best success when he was being first, initiating the jab first. He was switching from southpaw to orthodox. Man, it was like a double-edged sword with that one, man, because there was a few times Golovkin landed some good. As soon as he turned southpaw, boom, he was getting hit with right hands. You know what I mean? And then Golovkin was trying to, as Danny was getting used to that right hand coming when he switched to southpaw, Golovkin tried to do a shift move when he likes to, you know, he'll stand in orthodox and he'll throw the right hand and then he'll let his foot go right with his right hand, and then he'll be in southpaw position. He'll come with the straight left hand. You know what I mean? He did that a few times too. Both guys showed good defense in this fight. There's a lot of times in this fight where both guys were throwing 4 or 5 punch combinations and the other guy was rolling out the way, rolling, ducking, slipping, catching. You know what I mean? And Jim Lampley kept a few of those times were saying, oh, a good punch by Golovkin, when actually Golovkin's punch, you know, Danny slipped it or rolled it or caught it with his glove. And there's a few times where Danny did it too to Golovkin, you know. So I thought both guys showed good defense against an opponent that was throwing combinations against them. Hard combinations where they had to respect their opponent. You know what I mean? I thought Danny looked more hurt when he was getting hit by certain punches from Golovkin. We know Golovkin put him down in the 4th round. He hit him with a, you know how Golovkin can turn his wrist in them weird ways when he kind of throws those straight punches / hooks. Hit him with that first punch, and then he came with another hook behind it, and he went down. Danny got up, and he fought the rest of that round pretty well, man. You know, usually when Golovkin has you hurt or you go down, usually he's trying to finish you, man, and Danny did a good job of surviving that round, and not just surviving, but actually, you know, fighting back and using his jab and circling and, you know, trying to walk Golovkin in the shots. I thought it was a damn good fight, man. I thought Jacobs did some good body work. You know what I mean? And Golovkin, man, that dude has a chin. He didn't look really hurt. Like, now, okay, when I say that he didn't look hurt, I mean visibly you couldn't just see him like wobbled or stunned or anything. His head was getting knocked back. You know, he was getting hit with some good shots. Now, don't get me wrong, but like he was just eating them up, man. He just kept coming forward. You know what I mean? And Danny did a good job of putting everything on shots when he needed to. Everything he was trying to throw didn't have knockout written all over it. He was trying to land shots, so, you know, throw combinations, make them count, dig to the body. He had a good game plan, in my opinion, for the skill set and the tools that he brings to the ring. You know what I mean? But when it was all said and done, and I seen good and bad from both fighters, but when it was all said and done, I had the fight 7 rounds to 5 for Daniel Jacobs. I had him winning the fight 114-113. The first round, I almost wanted to score that round even because both guys did much of nothing. It was like a fill-out round. Golovkin landed a few good jabs in that round, and Jacobs was doing some circling. Both guys was like filling each other out, but Danny looked like he outworked him by a little bit. It was kind of, you know what I mean? And then we know Golovkin had the 10-8 round in the fourth. So either 114 for Jacobs or 114-114 draw. But either, to me, I had it more towards a Jacobs 1-point victory or a draw. You know what I mean? But the judges gave it to Golovkin. We move on. You know, hopefully we get an undisputed champion. That's what I'm about this year. I want to see undisputed champions, man. So I want to see Golovkin versus Billy Joe Saunders next. Let's go ahead and get that middleweight division unified, man. As far as Danny Jacobs, I want to see Danny again. You know, if him and Golovkin, if Danny can get another fight and fight somebody of note and get a good quality victory, who knows, man? Maybe, you know, if Golovkin goes ahead and fights Saunders, maybe Jacobs can get a shot at the undisputed championship. I don't know if he's going to move up. You know what I mean? I have no clue what Danny's going to do after this fight. But it was a damn good fight, man. Congrats to Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? But I had Danny winning this one by 1 point. But it is what it is, man. I'm out.